Tonight, as you settle in, there is nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to fix. Nowhere you need to be except right here, slowly drifting into rest. Let your body become heavy against the bed, like a ship easing into calm water after a long day of travel. Feel the support beneath you doing all the work. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. Gravity can carry you. The bed can hold you. You can let go. Take a slow breath in through your nose and gently let it fall out. Again, in and out. Each breath slower than the one before, like time itself is stretching, softening, unwinding. If you enjoy drifting off with me in these relaxing Ark Raiders adventures, consider subscribing to my channel to join the journey and catch more soothing sleep content. I'd love to hear from you too. Leave a comment down below letting me know what time it is where you're listening and where in the world you're tuning in from. It's always amazing to see how far this sleepy little corner of the world reaches. Tonight we're going somewhere far away, but also deeply calm. A world of quiet metal giants, abandoned structures, and endless skies. A world from Ark Raiders, but softened, slowed down, peaceful. A place where nothing chases you. Nothing hunts you. Nothing is urgent. This is simply a world to wander through in dreams. You're standing at the edge of a vast open landscape. The sky stretches endlessly in washed-out pastel colors, clouds drifting lazily, as if even the wind is tired and moving slowly, carefully, respectfully. Far in the distance, the silhouettes of great machines stand motionless, quiet, part of the horizon like mountains. There is no danger here. Only scale. Only stillness. You begin to walk through tall grass that sways gently around your legs. Each step is soft, effortless. The sound is faint and soothing, like fabric brushing fabric. The world feels open and spacious, and with every step, your mind has more room to relax. Thoughts drift away, the way seeds drift from a dandelion in a slow breeze. You notice the remnants of old structures nearby, curved metal, towers leaning slightly, cables hanging like vines. They are not threatening. They are relics. They are resting too. The world paused in a long, peaceful exhale. You pause. The air is cool and comfortable. You inhale slowly and exhale even slower. As you breathe, your body sinks deeper into the surface beneath you, and your mind continues walking through this world, unburdened by weight. You are light here. You move without effort, as if the land gently carries you forward. In the distance, One of the giant arc machines stands still, bathed in fading light. You can see its vast curved frame, metallic yet weathered, like stone worn smooth by time. It isn't watching you. It isn't aware. It is simply there, part of the environment, like an ancient tree. You feel no fear. Only awe. Only calm. The wind brushes past and continues on its journey. You continue walking. You find a hill, low and wide, rising gradually. You make your way toward the top, not rushing, not needing to arrive, just feeling the slow rhythm of movement. When you reach it, the land opens around you, wide valleys, scattered buildings, soft hazy light spreading like watercolor across the terrain. You sit. You rest. And as you sit on this hill in the world of arc raiders, you realize you are safe. You are completely safe. Nothing is required of you here. The machines in the distance are sleeping. The world itself is sleeping. You are simply part of its dream. Another breath in. Another breath out. Your eyes in this imagined world grow heavy, just like your real ones. Even inside the dream landscape, you can lie back, letting yourself gently recline into the grass. It cradles you. The sky above grows deeper in color, twilight settling in. First stars begin peeking through, one by one, like tiny calm beacons. You listen. You hear nothing stressful. Just the slow, deep background hum of a world at rest. Somewhere far away, metal creaks in the evening breeze, the sound of cooling structures, like ships settling at dock. It's rhythmic, predictable, comforting. Your thoughts slow. Your inner voice quiets. You don't have to follow any storyline. You don't have to keep track of anything. You don't have to win, fight, solve, or complete. You are only here to drift, to float, to sleep. As night deepens in the Arc Raiders world, the sky becomes a gentle ocean of stars. A pale band of light arcs overhead, and for a moment it feels like you could simply fall upward into the sky itself, weightless, free from gravity, free from pressure. Your breathing matches that weightlessness. Slow, smooth, unforced. Each exhale carries tension away. It leaves your shoulders. It leaves your jaw. It leaves the space between your eyebrows. The tiny muscles of your eyelids soften. Your hands relax without you telling them to. Your legs grow warm and heavy. Your whole body knows how to sleep. You are only allowing it to do so. In the distance, faint auroras ripple through the sky, green and blue curtains of light drifting like silk. They move slowly, impossibly slowly, like time underwater. You watch without needing to react. You are a quiet observer of calm beauty. The machines remain silent. The world remains still. You drift. Every so often, a soft memory or thought might rise, something from your day, something unfinished, something noisy. You don't need to wrestle it. You can let it float through and drift away, carried off like a loose piece of paper in a breeze across the arc landscape. You are not your thoughts here. You are simply presence, resting in a vast and gentle world. Your breath in. Your breath out. Your mind floats further now, wandering deeper into valleys and over ridges without needing your conscious effort. Your body is half asleep already. You are melting into the bed, muscles letting go one by one. You are doing perfectly. There is nowhere else you should be. There is nothing else you should do. Sleep is coming like a slow, warm tide. And you are ready to receive it. You remain lying in the soft grass of this quiet world, and the night around you continues to deepen. The stars above slowly multiply, as if more are waking up just as you are falling asleep. The darkness is not empty here. It is gentle, full, reassuring. It is the darkness of a warm room with the lights turned low, the kind of darkness that invites you to rest your eyes and let yourself fade. There is a faint glow on the horizon, not harsh, not bright, just a soft halo of reflected light where distant clouds drift like great floating islands. The entire landscape feels unhurried. Even time itself seems to walk instead of run. A distant metallic shape shifts slightly, just enough to catch the starlight differently. There is no noise, no alarm, no urgency. It is the slow settling of something ancient, something at peace. The machines of this world are not here to startle you tonight. They, too, are resting. They, too, are part of the calm. You let your attention slide back to your breath for a moment. In, quietly. Out, even quieter. Notice how the air moves in your chest like a tide. It fills you, then recedes. It carries your body upward in the smallest of motions, then lets it sink back into perfect support. Each breath tells your body that it is safe to release tension. Safe to sleep. Safe to let the mind wander away into dreams. You slowly stand again inside the world of arc raiders, not with effort, but with ease, like a feather lifted by air. In this dream space, your body is light and free. Soft beams of moonlight drop through cracks and broken openings, illuminating dust motes drifting slowly like tiny stars that have come down to hover near you. They move without hurry, spiraling gently, like your thoughts slowing into sleep. In one corner of the hangar, a massive dormant machine rests, curled into itself. Plates of metal overlap like scales, and faint patterns of light pulse under its surface, slow, rhythmic, like a heartbeat at rest. It is enormous, but peaceful, like a sleeping colossus. You stand near it without fear. The size only fills you with calm wonder. You can feel its deep quiet. You can feel your own deep quiet. You walk past it and find a place to sit on a broad piece of warm metal. The metal has absorbed the day's heat and now releases it gently, like a sun-warmed stone at twilight. You lean back and feel the warmth seep into your back, your shoulders, your spine. Every muscle seems to sigh at once. Your breath slows again and again. Each inhale now barely needs effort. Each exhale feels like dissolving. Your jaw releases. Your tongue rests comfortably. Your neck softens. Your body is getting heavier, thicker, like it's sinking into soft sand or floating just below the surface of warm water. You stay seated there for a while, doing nothing at all. No battles. No alarms. No objectives. Just the soft hum of the building, the faint ticking of cooling metal, the rhythmic distant wind outside. You exist in a world where everything unnecessary has been gently set aside. After some time, or maybe no time at all, you stand again and leave the hangar, stepping back into the night. The world feels even more dreamlike now. The stars seem closer. The horizon feels softer, as if it blurs gently into sleep. You begin walking toward a ridge where the land drops away into a valley filled with lights. Tiny glowing orbs hover over the terrain like floating lanterns, slowly drifting, rising, sinking. They illuminate outlines of ruin and nature intertwined, the remains of Ark Raider's world transformed into something peaceful, like a sanctuary. As you descend into the valley, one of the floating lights drifts near you. It pulses very gently, almost breathing with you. You follow it without effort, like following a leaf carried by a stream. It leads you to a small sheltered space beneath an overhang of metal and stone. Here, moss and soft plants have grown thick and inviting, forming a natural bed. You lie down in it inside the dream, and at the same time your real body lies deeper into your real bed. the two sensations merge. You are supported. You are held. You are allowed to rest. Above you, through gaps in the overhang, you can still see the sky. The stars continue their slow drift. Somewhere far away, a machine gives off a low, resonant tone, not a warning, but a deep, soothing note, like a distant ship horn across calm water. It vibrates through the valley in a way that makes your bones feel heavier and your mind quieter. You close your eyes fully now. The world continues, but you do not need to follow it. Your breathing becomes so soft that it almost disappears into the air around you. You have entered the edge of sleep, where imagination and dreaming begin to weave together, where the voice you are hearing becomes just another part of the landscape. You may drift in and out now, hearing pieces of the story, then floating away, then returning for a moment, then drifting again. That is exactly what is supposed to happen. You are doing everything right. The world of arc raiders fades into softer shapes and colors, dissolving into weightless drifting, into slow-moving clouds of thought and image. You feel as if you are floating, not rising, not falling, simply suspended in the most comfortable stillness. And as you float there, one simple feeling fills you completely. You are safe. You are allowed to rest. You deserve this sleep. You remain in the sheltered valley, resting on the cushion of moss and soft plants, your imagined body already half asleep within the world of arc raiders. The air is still. The sky above is a tapestry of stars. The land breathes with you, slow and unhurried. A faint, silvery mist gathers again along the valley floor, flowing around rocks and old broken structures like a low, glowing river. It moves with the same rhythm as your breath, almost as if the world is matching itself to you rather than you needing to match to it. You inhale gently, and the mist seems to gather. You exhale slowly, and it spreads outward again. Somewhere beyond the ridge, you hear the soft sigh of wind slipping through old metallic frames and support beams. It plays the world like an instrument, producing long, hollow tones that echo gently through the valley. Each tone lingers in the air, slowly fading, like ripples on water after a stone has fallen in. Those sounds repeat, but never startle. They simply exist. Calm. Predictable. Safe. You imagine yourself standing again, though your dream body rises like a drifting cloud rather than with effort. You walk through the valley toward the source of those long tones. As you move, plants brush softly against you, leaves sliding like silk over your hands. You pass underneath archways of twisted metal covered in vines, nature and machine resting together in quiet harmony. You come upon a wide open field, framed by towering shapes. Great mechanical forms lie half-buried here, tilted slightly, settled into the earth as though they have chosen this place to sleep. Their immense surfaces glint dully in starlight. Some have faint patterns of light along their edges, moving slowly, lazily, like embers breathing. You walk among these giants the way one might walk among ancient trees. There is no fear. There is only scale, and silence, and serenity. You reach out a hand and rest it upon one of the machines. The surface is cool and smooth, and beneath your palm you feel a low, steady vibration, the heartbeat not of flesh, but of energy. It pulses slowly, deeply, reassuringly. It feels like the world itself is breathing. Your shoulders drop another inch. Your mind drops another layer deeper. Your real body sinks more heavily into your bed, muscles giving up the last traces of tension they were holding without you realizing it. Your breath continues, slow and soft. Above you, clouds begin drifting across the sky again, illuminated gently by the moon and the faint glow of the horizon. They move like enormous ships sailing silently through the night. You tilt your head back and watch them pass, not tracking time, just letting the motion lull you the way waves lull a boat. Your thoughts, too, become clouds. They form slowly. They drift. They dissolve. You don't have to hold on to any of them. Each thought that rises simply floats past and disappears beyond the horizon of your mind. There is no need to judge, correct, cling, or push away. Everything is allowed to pass peacefully. It becomes easier to notice the spaces between thoughts. The gentle quiet there feels wide and open, like the night sky of this world. You continue deeper into the field until you reach a small rise. On top of the rise sits a circular structure, almost like a ring or old landing platform, now covered in layers of soft plant life. You climb onto it and sit in the center. The platform hums faintly, its old energy still alive, but subdued, content. As you sit, a breeze moves through the valley, slow and warm. It wraps around you like a blanket. Your breathing automatically syncs with it, in perfect rhythm, as if the entire environment exists simply to rock you towards sleep. In this place, you are free of every demand. No alerts. No objectives. No missions. No past or future. Just this moment, endlessly stretching, like an open sky filled with stars. A feeling of weightlessness begins in your chest and spreads outward. It is as if gravity itself has softened. Your arms feel light, then distant. Your legs feel heavy and comfortable. Your whole body alternates between floating and sinking in the most soothing rhythm. You lie back on the platform. You watch the sky. Constellations slowly turn above you, not in sharp bright lines, but in gentle clusters, like softly glowing dust. For a brief moment, you feel as if you are part of that sky, as if you are not separate from the world at all, but woven into it, the same way the machines, plants, clouds, and stars are all part of one quiet existence. Your eyelids grow heavier, heavier still, barely wanting to open between blinks. You don't need to make them stay open. You don't need to listen closely. The words can wash over you like rain on a rooftop, soothing, steady, not requiring attention. Your mind can drift anywhere it wants, to memories, colors, sensations, and the story will simply continue, a soft background presence guiding you downward. In the distance, another gentle tone sounds. Deep, low, resonant. It vibrates through the platform, through the field, through your body. It melts whatever tension remains inside you like ice dissolving into warm water. You feel your breathing now in your belly, slow and full. In, out. Each exhale feels like falling into a soft bed, deeper and deeper, level by level. You notice how quiet your inner world has become. Thoughts have slowed to a trickle. You're no longer walking the Ark Raider's world, you're drifting through it, carried as though by a slow invisible current. The land passes beneath you. The valleys, the machines, the mist, the lights, all move gently by while you remain still, like a cloud floating across the sky. You may already be half asleep. Your body knows the way from here. Even if you stop following the words, even if the story fades completely into dream, you will continue downward, gently, safely, easily, toward deep, restful sleep. And you are doing wonderfully. You continue to float through the world, and time moves gently forward. Night slowly begins to give way to the earliest hint of dawn. Not a sudden sunrise, just the faintest brightening of the horizon, as if the world is thinking about waking but hasn't quite decided yet. The sky is still dark above, sprinkled with stars, but a soft pale glow brushes the distant edge of the land. You are still resting on the circular platform, your imagined body relaxed and heavy, your real body even heavier, sinking into your bed as if it were warm sand. The world around you holds a deep quiet that is different from night silence. This is the quiet of a world between breaths, between darkness and day, completely still and peaceful. You slowly rise to your feet again in the dream world, though there is no effort, no strain. You move the way mist moves, the way shadows drift with changing light. As you step down from the platform, the ground beneath you feels soft and steady. Dew has gathered on the plants, tiny droplets catching and reflecting the faint pre-dawn glow like scattered jewels. Each step presses gently into the earth and then releases, leaving almost no trace. You walk toward the edge of the valley where broken structures rise like giant sculptures. Tall frames, worn by time, stretch into the sky. Their sharp edges have softened with age and with the gentle reclaiming presence of nature. Vines wrap around beams, flowers bloom through cracks in metal plates, and grass spreads across old pathways once built by hands long gone. You move among these ruins without any story of destruction or loss attached to them. They are simply part of the landscape now, part of the calm beauty of this world. The game-like tension of Ark Raiders is gone, only the environment remains, wide, open, peaceful, made for wandering minds and resting bodies. You breathe in slowly and feel cool air filling your chest. You breathe out slowly and feel warmth leave your body like steam rising off water in morning light. Each breath brings you deeper into comfort. As you walk, you hear the soft sound of water in the distance. A quiet stream. A trickle flowing over smooth stones. You follow the sound through the ruins until you come upon a small river winding its way lazily through the landscape. Its surface mirrors the sky, holding the fading stars and the growing glow of dawn in gentle ripples. You kneel beside it and trail your fingers through the water. It is cool, clear, perfectly calm. The ripples spread outward in slow widening rings, disappearing gradually into stillness again. Watching them is hypnotic. Every ring that fades seems to take another bit of tension from your mind with it, dissolving it into the water, carrying it away downstream. A metallic shape rests partly submerged in the river nearby, a fallen piece of a machine or structure, now worn smooth. Moss covers portions of it, and tiny plants grow in its seams. Water slides over it in a thin sheet, whispering softly as it falls. The sound blends with your breath. In, out, slow, unforced. You sit there for a while, simply watching the river move. Time stretches and softens. You may not be sure if minutes or hours pass, and it doesn't matter at all. Here, time isn't something to keep track of. It is just another gentle current, flowing by without demand. Eventually, you rise and follow the river upstream. It winds between rocks and through old corridors of fallen structures, and sometimes under arched bridges of rusted metal that are now home to hanging plants and resting birds. The first hints of color appear in the sky, soft pinks, pale golds, the slightest suggestion of blue, but the light is still dim and soothing. The world is waking slowly, exactly the way you are falling asleep, gradually, gently, without rush. As you walk, you come to a broad open plain bordered by tall, sloping hills. In the center stands a massive, motionless arc machine, towering above everything else. But even here, in its size and presence, there is no threat. It is still, like a mountain or a monument, a giant guardian who is also asleep. You stand at its base and look up. Your perspective expands. Your mind becomes quiet in the presence of something so large and still. You rest a hand against its surface again, and once more you feel that deep, slow vibration, a pulse like distant thunder, slow and far away, soothing rather than startling. It vibrates through your palm, up your arm, through your chest, aligning your heart and breath with its patient rhythm. Your breathing slows even more. Your heart rate softens. Your whole body enters the same slow tempo as this sleeping giant. You sit down beside it, leaning back comfortably against one of its massive supports. It shelters you without moving, like a cliff face or an old tree. Above you, the sky grows brighter by tiny degrees, never suddenly, always gradual, always calm. Your eyes may be closing more often now. Your mind may be drifting into dream images. You may hear only pieces of the words. All of that is perfect. The script does not demand attention, it simply keeps you company while your consciousness loosens its grip and drifts downward, layer by layer, thought by thought. The air grows warmer with the suggestion of morning. A soft golden haze spreads across the land, brushing the tops of grass and plants. The ruins cast long shadows that slowly recede as light continues to rise. But every change is slow, smooth, designed for rest. You feel your real body now. Your arms heavy and warm. Your legs fully relaxed. Your back releasing into the mattress beneath you. Your face soft, jaw unclenched, brow smooth. Sleep is very close, like a calm ocean right beside you, waiting only for you to step into it. You are already ankle deep, then knee deep, then waist deep in it, sinking farther into comfortable weightlessness. You close your eyes fully again in the dream. You lean your head back against the solid surface of the great machine. You listen to the world breathe. The wind. The faint hum beneath metal. the flowing river not far away. Everything combines into one long, continuous sound, the sound of rest. And you realize that you don't need to fall asleep. You are drifting into it naturally, the way the sky drifts into morning, the way mist drifts across fields, the way clouds drift in the upper air of this quiet Ark Raiders world. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. Everything simply unfolds. You rest there for a while, leaning against the quiet metal giant, feeling its deep, calming presence behind you. The world continues to brighten, but it does so with exquisite slowness. The first edge of the sun peeks over a faraway ridge, and light spills softly across the land like warm honey, slow and golden. The rays do not dazzle. They warm. They soothe. They stretch gently across broken towers, across the winding river, across the grass that sways in a breeze so tender it feels like the world is whispering. You stand once more within this dream world, and every movement feels effortless, weightless, unhurried. Your real body remains still and heavy, perfectly supported, while your mind continues to wander peacefully here. You begin walking away from the massive machine, heading toward an open meadow glowing in morning light. The grass here is tall and soft. It brushes against your legs as you move through it, making a sound like 1,000 quiet whispers blending together. Dewdrops sparkle at each blade's tip, tiny diamonds catching the young sunlight. Every droplet reflects a miniature world, inverted and shining. You pause to look out across the meadow. It seems to stretch on forever. There are rolling hills, distant silhouettes of structures covered in greenery, and far above, drifting clouds glowing softly at their edges. High in the sky, you see small glints, perhaps fragments of old satellites or debris, slowly circling, moving at a pace so slow it feels timeless. You breathe in, deep and gentle, and breathe out, long and slow. Your body, laying wherever you truly are, grows heavier still. Your arms rest deeper. Your legs sink. Your chest rises and falls without any conscious command. You no longer try to relax. Relaxation has already happened, spreading through you like warm light spreading across this meadow. You walk until you find a place where the grass grows especially thick and soft. You lower yourself into it and lie on your back, looking up at the sky. Blades of grass wave above you, framing your view. A soft insect hum drifts in the distance, steady, calm, almost musical. There is nothing sharp about any sound here. Everything is rounded, softened, blurred at the edges. Clouds pass lazily overhead. One, then another, then another. Each one moves like a slow, floating island. You pick one cloud and follow it with your eyes for a moment. It changes shape as it drifts, expanding and dissolving, becoming new forms that don't need names. Just as your thoughts do. They arise, shift, dissolve, then drift away without effort. You don't have to stop them. They simply pass through on their own, like clouds across the sky of your mind. Your eyelids flicker, heavy and warm. Perhaps they close entirely. Perhaps they open halfway, then close again. Either way is perfect. You hear the faint rustle of grass around you and the distant murmur of wind moving through old metallic structures. Every sound is steady and predictable. There are no surprises here, no sudden movements. Even the world of arc raiders, once filled with intensity and struggle, has set down its burdens and chosen rest for this long, gentle dream. The sun lifts a little higher. Its warmth spreads across your face, your chest, your arms. You feel it soak into you, dissolving any last remnants of tension hiding deep within muscles or thoughts. Your body becomes so relaxed that it almost feels like you are melting into the surface beneath you, merging with the meadow, becoming part of the landscape. You notice again that strange, wonderful sensation of floating and sinking at the same time. Your body sinks. Your mind floats. Your breath is the bridge between the two, rising and falling in a slow rhythm that now feels automatic, like waves rolling in and sliding back out. In, out, calm, unforced. The world around you hums quietly, a low ambient song without melody or words, just presence. It feels like the entire environment is gently singing you to sleep, everything working together to tell your mind. You are safe. You are allowed to let go. You can sleep now. In the far distance, you see a procession of enormous machine shapes along the horizon, still and silent, almost blending with the hills. They look like statues of another age, guardians of a quiet world that has finally discovered peace. None of them move. None of them threaten. They simply exist, enormous and tranquil. You roll onto your side in the meadow. The grass cushions you perfectly. Your breathing becomes even softer. You may feel that pleasant heaviness behind your eyes, that sense that sleep is no longer approaching. It is already here, wrapping around you like a blanket. You drift near that boundary between waking and dreaming, crossing it back and forth without noticing when it happens. You don't have to stay with the words anymore. They are like a gentle river beside you, always flowing, whether you listen or drift away. Your thoughts slow into long spaces of silence. Your inner world becomes wider and quieter. The sun continues traveling slowly across the sky of this imagined world, but you remain in the timeless center of it, resting, floating, dreaming, safe. Nothing is required. Nothing is urgent. You can stay here as long as you like. Just breathing. Just resting. Just sleeping. The meadow around you sways gently in the warm light, each blade of grass moving like part of a single, slow breath. You linger there for a while, not because you must, but because it feels good to simply exist without doing anything at all. The world holds you. The light embraces you. Your body grows heavier, warmer, quieter. After some time, or no time at all, you slowly sit up within the dream. The horizon calls you forward, not urgently, but like a distant lullaby. You stand and begin walking once again through the tall grass. The earth beneath your feet feels steady, supportive. There is no rush to your steps. Each one is unhurried, like the tick of a clock that has been slowed almost to a stop. Your breath moves in the same rhythm. In, soft. Out, softer. Ahead, the ground rises into a long ridge, and beyond that ridge you see something remarkable, an immense bridge extending across the sky itself. It stretches between two distant cliffs, suspended high above a broad valley. It looks ancient, part machine and part structure, yet softened now by vines and hanging plants that flow gently in the breeze. You begin walking toward it. As you approach, the details become clearer. Panels of metal have been worn smooth by time and weather. Gaps in the bridge reveal glimpses of sky below, but nothing about it feels dangerous. The air itself feels like a cushion, like the world would hold you even if you were to step into it. You step onto the bridge. It hums faintly beneath your feet, a low, soothing vibration that travels up through your legs, your spine, into your chest. It aligns your breathing again, slowing it further, steadying it into a calm, predictable rhythm that lulls the mind toward deeper and deeper rest. You walk across slowly. On either side, the valley opens beneath you in sweeping beauty. Fields, ruins, pathways, trickling streams, everything bathed in gentle daylight that seems filtered through layers of soft cloud. Far away, large machine shapes dot the landscape like resting animals, still motionless, still quiet. The bridge feels endless, but not in a tiring way, in a comforting way, as if it exists simply to let you walk peacefully without thinking of destinations, letting your thoughts dissolve with every step. Your shoulders relax another degree. Your jaw unclenches fully. Your forehead smooths. Perhaps you notice your real body grow heavier, then heavier still, as if the bed beneath you has become deeper, more supportive, pulling you down into warmth and softness. You reach the center of the bridge. Here the view widens even more. The sky stretches above you in pale blues and pearly whites, with thin high clouds drifting like paint brushed across a canvas. A faint halo of light surrounds the sun, diffused and gentle, nothing harsh or glaring. Everything is softened. You rest your hands on the railing, cool, smooth metal warmed by sunlight, and simply stand there, doing nothing, thinking nothing, just breathing and being. In, out. The wind moves around you, slow and warm, wrapping like a soft shawl across your shoulders. It carries the faint scent of grass, earth, metal warmed by sun. Every sensation is muted and quiet, as if wrapped in layers of softness so nothing can disturb your calm. You realize how small effort has become. You are no longer trying to relax. You simply are relaxed. Your mind is quiet in a way that feels spacious and kind, like wide-open sky inside your chest. Thoughts may still appear, but they are so light now that they barely stay long enough to form before floating away again. You lie down on the wide center platform of the bridge, feeling the firm surface beneath you supporting your entire body evenly. The hum under you continues like a distant lullaby, deep and slow, steady and reassuring. It vibrates gently through your back, your ribs, your neck, easing every last muscle into rest. Your eyelids become very heavy. Your breathing becomes very shallow and soft. You hover right at the edge of sleep, just drifting, just floating, just listening without effort as the world continues to cradle you. Below the bridge, clouds drift through the valley like slow-moving rivers of white. They pass beneath you in great, lazy waves, erasing detail and leaving only soft shapes and colors. Watching them feels like watching your own thoughts being carried away, gently, easily, without struggle. The machines remain quiet. The world remains safe. You feel that deep, pleasant heaviness spreading through your limbs, your hands, your feet, your back, all the way to your fingertips and toes. Your body is ready, deeply ready, for sleep. You could fall asleep here. You might already be falling asleep now. And that is exactly right. The sky bridge stretches on ahead and behind, timeless, unmoving, like a pathway through dreams themselves. You don't need to decide where to go. You don't need to finish the journey. You can simply lie here, suspended in calm, drifting deeper and deeper into the kind of sleep that heals and restores. Each word grows softer now. Each pause grows longer. The world around you fades into light and warmth and gentle motion, and even this imagined place begins to blur and drift, no longer quite holding its shape. You are passing beyond imagery, into pure sensation, into pure rest. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to let go completely. Sleep is here. As you continue to rest here, the hum of distant machinery becomes softer, almost like ocean waves rolling in and out along a metallic shore. Every sound fades further into the background, as if the ark itself understands that this moment is meant for you, or a moment of stillness, a moment of drifting. The sky above the wasteland shifts slowly, clouds stretching into long silver ribbons. They move lazily, unhurried, as if time itself has chosen to slow down. Each breath you take is matched with this gentle motion. Inhale, slow and deep, exhale, letting go of any weight you were carrying with you from the day. You picture your character in Ark Raiders finding a quiet safe zone. No raiders, no patrols. Just the wind gliding across wide open plains, carrying tiny particles of dust that shimmer in the muted light. The campfire flickers softly, warm orange light reflecting against worn armor and tired eyes. You sit down, and the ground beneath you feels supportive, steady, safe. The sounds of the world become rhythmic. A panel creaks. A flag flutters. A small device beeps quietly at intervals. Everything settles into a pattern your mind can follow effortlessly downward. Your body grows heavier with each passing moment, shoulders loosening, jaw unclenching, legs sinking into the bed or couch beneath you. Out somewhere in the distance, debris floats slowly in low gravity. Old fragments of machines that once fell from orbit now hover gently before settling back down. It is a reminder that even the most chaotic battles eventually come to rest. Even the loudest moments eventually become silence. And you too are allowed to power down for the night, like a system entering sleep mode. The stars become brighter overhead. Thousands of them, scattered against a vast cosmic backdrop. The ark drifts across the sky like a giant silent guardian. You don't need to fight it now. Don't need to plan, don't need to prepare. All you need to do is rest. Your breathing continues to slow. Your mind begins to wander through scenes of Ark Raiders terrain, open valleys, crumbling cities wrapped in vines, lonely radar towers standing like monuments to another time. You move through them calmly, without urgency. Your steps are soft. Gravity itself almost feels lighter, as though the world wants to hold you gently instead of weighing on you. The narration of your own thoughts becomes quieter. Instead of full sentences, your mind begins to form impressions, colors, images, sensations. A soft glow in the distance. The echo of a footstep in sand. The feeling of wind brushing against fabric. These fragments drift lazily like pieces of dust floating in the air, and you don't need to catch any of them. Just watch them pass by. You are completely safe here. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is expected of you. There is nowhere you need to be right now except exactly where you are. The night deepens. The sky darkens into deeper shades of blue and violet. The last traces of sunlight disappear beyond the broken horizon, and the world enters full rest mode. A calm, consistent darkness, the kind of darkness that wraps around you like a soft blanket. Your eyes may feel heavier now. If they haven't already closed, they might begin to flutter, lingering halfway between waking and dreaming. Your body knows what to do. You don't have to force sleep. You simply allow it to arrive, naturally, like a quiet drop pod descending through the atmosphere without sound. With each sentence, each pause, each breath, you drift further. You imagine laying back in the grass outside of base. Above you, meteors streak faintly across the sky, distant pieces of the arc falling harmlessly far away. They leave glowing trails that fade slowly, slowly, until the sky returns to stillness again. The world becomes softer around the edges. The details blur. The thoughts blur. Everything smooths out into one peaceful, continuous feeling. Rest. Let your mind power down like an engine gently turning off, systems clicking into standby, lights dimming. The mission will be there tomorrow. The arc will still exist. The world will continue turning without you needing to hold it up. Right now, your only objective is sleep. And you are already approaching it, drifting, floating, sinking into it like warm water, deeper, slower, quieter. Just sleep.